Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. Last time, there was a bit of an altercation between Hina and Toko, which resulted in Hina having to be taken to the nurse's office, and Sakura wasn't too happy about this. Meanwhile, Kyoko made up with, Makoto made up with Kyoko, you know, for the whole misunderstanding thing, even though Makoto was being kind of, self-centered, but Kyoko admitted she overreacted and blah blah blah, and they were friends again, and they decided to help out, well, not help out Alter Ego, but Alter Ego wanted to help them out further by connecting to the internet, so they took Alter Ego to the secret room and hooked him up to the internet. Surely that won't backfire. And then after that, there was a bit of a mess where the rec room was locked with Sakura inside. We busted through and found Sakura dead. Today, the aftermath. Oh, no sound clip for that is because I kind of already heard that previously. Alright, whatever. Huh?
Sakura's dead? She's really dead?
I heard Hina talking, but my eyes stared steadily forward. I could only look on at Sakura's dead body. We didn't make it in time. It's happened again. Muttering to herself, Kyoko began to gently inspect Sakura's body. I wondered, was she confirming that Sakura really was dead? Checking for a pulse or a reaction? I have to go get them. I have to go get the others. On shaky legs, Hina left the rec room. And I... Why? Why did this have to happen? That's all I could say. I repeated it over and over again. I need to examine Sakura's body. I just stood there motionless behind her while she checked Sakura's corpse. Time passed. While I stood there unable to do a thing, time just passed. And after I don't know how long, I got everyone. Ogre?
Yes.
Oh, so she's dead, huh?
I see.
Sakura's been killed. I see. As soon as they arrived, Kyoko began.
Just a second.
You heard the announcement just now, right? So you know what this means. Sakura was murdered, and by someone in this very room. Is that what you were going to say?
Huh?
No. Whoever killed her, it's not just someone in this room.
It's your fault.
It was one of you. Hiro, Byakuya, Toko. One of you killed Sakura. What?
What?
You're accusing us before we've even begun the investigation. I don't need to investigate anything, because you hated her. You hated the sight of her. One of you did it. I know it. You know it? Jeez, I didn't know your power level would increase by that much just by getting mad.
What the heck?
What are you doing here?
Come on.
Isn't that obvious? I'm here to hand out my little murder flyer.
It's the Monokuma file.
The next one to be exact.
Yeah.
And don't get so mad, Miss Asahina, or you're gonna ruin that lewd little face of yours. Now then, with that, hold on. There's something I want to ask you.
Huh?
It was you, wasn't it? You killed Sakura?
Say what?
Uh-huh. Wow, you're beginning to sound like, home dude from, what was that game? Darkseid 2? Just, like, accusing everybody of killing Rita? You're just doing that now, Makoto? Huh? Accusing everybody of killing Sakura? Just saying? Sakura wanted to challenge the mastermind to a duel. Maybe you and her fought again, and then I killed her. Sorry, not quite. Actually, not even close. That whole thing is totally irrelevant now. Sakura came to a most regrettable end without even getting the chance to finish things with me. Which, thank God for that, it saved me the trouble of having to go through with our little fight. Because even for someone like me, it would have been no mean feat to take down a behemoth like that.
Hey,
Gotta tell you, I was actually pretty worried. I mean, she violated a rule by attacking me in the first place, but I wasn't able to punish her. So I didn't know who it was, but whoever the blackened is this time, I owe you one.
what is this?
How do you not know who it was? No, or is he just saying that to be funny? Because I mean, the cameras are everywhere. You can't really hold a fair trial if you're not sure who the murderer is, so obviously he knows. He's probably just leading them on, I guess. You owe them one? Oopsie. Before you get all pissy potty at me, you better figure out who did it first. Because, I mean, your lives are all on the line, right?
What is this?
What the hell? He owes them one? I hate him. I hate this whole thing. Well, I, for one, am glad it was Sakura. She was working for the mastermind, after all. How do you say that now? Sorry, I don't have time for your squabbling. The next game has already begun. If you want to be angry at someone, be angry at whoever killed Sakura.
Anyway...
Right now, our top priority needs to be uncovering Sakura's killer. If we can't do that, we're all dead. Then let's decide who will stand guard this time. I'll do it. Hina? I'm okay. Just let me handle it. Besides, I want to be here with Sakura.
That's fine.
Okay, then Hina is guard number 1, but we need one more. Kyoko, that's you.
What?
Me. You're always a thorn in my side. This time, just stand by and watch quietly. Consider that an order. Wow, and who the hell are you? An order?
That's fine.
Fine, I'll stay behind. Then it's settled. Let's begin, shall we? Hold on. Before that, there's something I want to say.
What?
Which is... Hiro, Byakuya, Toko, none of you are allowed to step foot in the crime scene.
Huh?
What?
It's your fault!
One of you killed Sakura.
I won't forgive
I won't let someone like that come anywhere near her.
Stop talking.
Don't be stupid. Our lives are in just as much danger as yours. We have every right to investigate. I don't care what you say. I'm not letting the one who killed Sakura anywhere near her. Even if it means I have to use force, you're not getting in here. Well, it appears further discussion will be a waste of time. How about a compromise?
It's all clear now.
I won't ask you to let all of us in. Just let me. What? You don't really care, do you? You're both useless anyway.
Yep.
Nope, don't really care. I'd rather spend my time coming up with another splendid fantasy involving Master anyway. And you, Hiro, do you really object? If you're gonna go that far, what can I do? I mean, I don't have anything to hide, so why should I care?
It's all clear now.
Then it's decided.
What are you saying?
Nothing's decided.
Calm down.
I know how you feel, Hina, but you should agree to his request. But
Hey,
we have to find out who killed Sakura.
correct.
For those of us still alive, and to honor Sakura's memory. Fine, I guess that's okay. But no matter what, Byakuya, you absolutely aren't allowed to touch her. Naturally, we don't want to touch a filthy dead body.
Listen,
That's enough fighting. We need to focus on the investigation from here on out. Everyone, keep this in mind. If we can't uncover Sakura's killer,
listen to me.
all of us face execution. Finding out who killed Sakura. It's not a matter of hoping we can do it. If we want to survive, we have to do it. It's a kind of hopeless hope. We have no choice but to just do it. Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams! Is that what he said? I don't know. I need to refresh myself on that meme. Anyway, I better check the Monokuma file before anything else. The victim was Sakura Ogami. The time of death is estimated to be around 12 noon. The body was discovered in the rec room on the 3rd floor of the school. There was evidence of a strong blow to the victim's head. No other injuries were noted. However, it seems that at some point the victim suffered from violent vomiting of blood. Monokuma 504 has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
Hey,
I think the case this time might be a challenge. Why is that?
so...
The only way into the rec room is the door we just came through. And that door had been jammed shut with the chair from inside the rec room. Which means the killer would have had to escape somehow after barring the door. So if the door was blocked from the inside... Oh, wait. Was I confusing the names? Oh, no. Alright. So if the door was blocked from the inside, and there was no way in or out till we broke the window, there's like Zero Escape, right? Another good visual novel series. Zero Escape. Well, actually, yeah, that's what they changed the name to after the first 2 games came out. 999, Virtue's Last Reward, and Zero Time Dilemma. Really good, though to be fair, I've only ever played 999. I need to get Virtue's Last Reward, because 999 was just amazing. But alright. In other words, this is a classic locked room murder. Locked room murder? I guess you might see this kind of thing a lot in mystery movies or books or whatever. But could it really happen in real life? Right before our very eyes like this?
Hey.
Are you curious to hear more about what a locked room murder entails? Sure, if you don't mind.
That's fine.
When you break down this kind of murder mystery, there are 4 basic types. The first type is when the locked room is created after the actual crime is committed. This simply means that the killer commits his crime, then through some special method seals the room. This mainly involves some sort of trick involving the locking of the room. Basic approaches include using a string or simple mechanism. There are a number of variations. So for that, all we have to do is check the door to see if that's what it was, right?
Correct.
The second type is when the locked room already exists before the crime is committed. Oh?
In other words,
Basically, the killer uses a special contraption or tool from outside to target the victim inside. You push a switch and it fires a handgun. You shoot an arrow through a gap in the door, something like that.
however,
But in this case, that doesn't seem to fit. There are no guns or arrows in the school, and the door doesn't have any gap that would allow it. I mean, well, have y'all checked the warehouse? I mean, it kind of has everything, just saying. Yeah, I think we can probably cross that one off the list.
it's true.
The third type is when the killer stays in the room until it's opened up. What do you mean by that?
In other words,
They stay hidden, and when the door is open, they use the confusion to blend in with the group. They pretend they showed up along with everyone else, and that's that. That sounds like it could have been possible. Maybe.
it's true.
And the fourth and final type is when it wasn't actually a locked room at all. Not a locked
In
room.
other words,
By that I mean there actually is an alternate escape route somewhere within the room. You see this a lot in novels and things, but in reality it's generally not possible. Then you think we can cross that one off too?
Indeed.
I believe so, yes. So when it comes to locked room mysteries, those are the basics. So there are 4 possibilities. Then, Kyoko, which of those 4 choices seem the most likely in this case?
it's true.
That's a good question. Answering that should be our primary focus during this trial. But right now, I can't really say. I see. The way the killer set up the locked room. Until I figure that out, the truth behind Sakura's death will stay hidden. It's definitely a tough mystery. I need to concentrate and investigate as much as I can. For Sakura, if nothing else. Alrighty. Well, let's talk with Rich Boy right there.
What?
What do you want? You're bothering me. Go away. He's not even trying to hide how much he despises me. I better go before he crushes my soul completely. And you ain't gotta be afraid of him. He doesn't have, any Millennium items. He can't send you to the Shadow Realm.
What the heck?
We already know who did it. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It had to be one of them. They couldn't stand the sight of her. You agree with me, don't you, Makoto? Well, I don't want to say anything for sure without finding out more. Then let me help you find out more. You see, Sakura asked all 3 of them to meet with her. You know where? Right here in the rec room. What? After I went to the nurse's office this morning, Sakura and I both left together, right? Well, eventually she went off on her own. But when I saw her again after that, she told me. She said she'd left a note for each of them. She asked them to meet her in the rec room by noon. By noon? The Monokuma file says she died right around then. I'm telling you the truth, I heard it right from Sakura herself. And I tried to stop her. But she wouldn't listen. She said not to worry, that she just wanted to talk to them. And this is what happened. If I stop her, by force even, this never would have happened. Hina. It's impossible not to have regrets, I know. Ours account's been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. But the fact that she had asked those 3 to meet with her, and she asked them to come to the rec room at noon, the same time and place she ended up dying, it might be good to confirm what I just heard with the 3 of them directly.
What?
What do you want? You're bothering me. There's something I'd like to talk to you about. Make it quick. Is it true that Sakura asked you to meet her in the rec room? So you found out. Interesting. Then it's true? I did receive a note to that effect, yes. But what fool would do what it said and risk being killed by that monster? So you didn't go see her? Of course not. I ripped the note to shreds and threw it away. I haven't seen Sakura today at all. Byakuya says he didn't go see her. Is that the truth? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact.
Come on.
If you're all finished, please remove yourself from my sight. Okay, thanks. Byakuya's account has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Alright, what we got? Well, I guess we can, examine this stuff over here. The chair was shoved up against the doorknob so we couldn't get the door open. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the chair. In other words, oh, okay, I see you're stealing Kyoko's catchphrases, okay. There's no reason to think the chair had anything special done to it. There's some kind of plastic container rolling around near the entrance to the room.
So...
It looks like a protein drink, and it's empty. Sakura must have drank it. Everyone knows how much she loved her protein. And she mentioned more than once how protein was good for all sorts of ailments.
Wrong.
I wouldn't take that to heart if I were you. I know. But still, this protein can. It's got a label on it that says Chem A2. That reminds me, Sakura mentioned how the Chem Lab had all kinds of health stuff. So you must have gotten this from the Chem Lab.
Just a second.
But that's strange. Huh? What is?
Hey,
You see what's scattered around the can? Shards of light blue glass. They must be parts of the window I broke to get inside.
correct.
But they aren't just scattered around the can, they're also underneath it. Why does that matter?
So...
I can't say for sure yet, but you're probably going to want to take note of it. I feel like it'll become an important clue later on. An important clue? I'm not sure I see how. But we'll add it to the truth bullet section of the handbook anyway. Alright, what else we got? Oh yeah, the door. This door is the only way in or out of the rec room. The door doesn't have a lock and there's no evidence that the mountings have been tampered with. The only notable changes to the door is the smashed window, which happened, of course, when I broke it to get inside. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the door. In other words, still stealing Kyoko's phrases again, I don't see anything suspicious about the door itself. When examining both the door and the chair, there is no doubt the reason the door didn't open was simply because the chair was shoved up against it. This kept the doorknob from turning and the door from opening. And there was no evidence of the door or chair being tampered with or anything like that. So the killer must have created the locked room door from the inside, not from the outside. Rec room door has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Alrighty. We got things to examine over here. A lot of things to examine over here. There's bloodstain in front of the magazine shelf. Must have come from Sakura, right? But that doesn't make sense. Why is it so far away from where she died? Magazine shelf bloodstain's been added. Okay, and then we got the magazine rack itself. Same shelf full of magazines. There's all different kinds of magazines here. Does it have highlights for kids? That's a good magazine. I like the Goofus and Gallant comics in there. That's a blast from the past. Holy crap. This looks like some kind of wrapper.
Huh?
Ah, that's... Do you recognize it, Hina? Well, yeah, I mean, I gave it to her. It's a candy wrapper. Sakura got super upset when she found out Genocide Jack had attacked me, right? So after we left the nurse's office, I gave it to her. I thought it might help her calm down a little. So you gave that candy to Sakura. I found a big box of it in the warehouse. I really like them. Actually, as soon as we got back to the warehouse, I took the entire box back to my room. I made sure nobody else could get their hands on them. You really liked them that much? But I wanted Sakura to get a chance to try one for herself. That's why I gave it to her. But now, they've lost all their flavor. Hina. Polka dot candy wrappers been added to put in your handbook. Alright, well. She looks so weird from that angle. Well, that's 2D for you. Sakura drew her last breath sitting slumped forward in this chair. There's obvious evidence of the blow to the head Sakura suffered. Normally I wouldn't have any problem believing that that's what killed her, but according to the Monokuma file, she had also vomited blood. I can see the trace of blood on her lips for sure. So what could have caused her to vomit blood? The Monokuma file specifically said she hadn't suffered any other injuries. I mean, to be fair, concussions... I mean, I'm just saying, they can make you nauseous. Maybe her getting hit on the head somehow caused her to start vomiting blood? Not a chance. Oh, and what? Like, you're an expert on CTE? Is that what it is? CTE? Concussion? I forgot what it's called. Like the condition that you can get from having too many concussions, where you start having like lapses in brain activity and like exhibiting signs of like dementia, even though it's just like you're forgetting things and you might be nauseous and like, yeah, I mean, come on, man. Byakuya?
That's fine.
However, your eyes have landed on a most interesting location. Interesting?
Naturally.
Yes, most interesting, don't you agree? No, I don't think I'd call it interesting. But it does make me wonder. The reason Sakura vomited blood absolutely has to be connected to why she died. And then what's this down here? There are shards of glass scattered all around the chair Sakura was sitting on. The glass is all red, and these are the top and bottom sections of a bottle, right? So this must have originally been a bottle. Glass shards on the floor has been added to the bullet section. Alrighty. Huh? There's something else on the ground near the glass. It's a figure. It fits in the palm of my hand. It's a Monokuma figure. With the knight. I play chess. I got Chess Master for the PS2. It was kind of fun, although I could never really beat any of the players on that game. Like the very first player that you can face in Chess Master for PS2 is a monkey. And his description is that he likes to move the pieces around. I only managed to beat him like once. That's kind of sad, but okay. There are 4 red bottles lined up on the shelf. And inside each bottle there's some kind of Monokuma figure. What I'm wondering is, how they get those figures inside the bottles?
So...
It's no different from your standard ship in a bottle. Huh? You know where the bottle's opening is smaller than the boat placed inside. You've never seen that? Oh yeah, maybe I have.
In other words...
So this is the Monokuma version of that. A Monokuma bottle, if you will. Monokuma bottle's been added to the bullet section of your handbook. I feel like I'm finally starting to make sense of things, little by little. The Monokuma bottle sitting on the shelf. The Monokuma figure we found on the ground. The red shards of glass, which probably started out as a bottle. Which would mean Sakura must have been hit in the head with a Monokuma bottle, right? Shards of glass and a Monokuma figure are evidence of that. So I think it's safe to say that the Monokuma bottle was the weapon. Huh? The locker's open and they're on the inside. It's a handprint?
Why?
What's a handprint doing here? It looks like someone touched the inside of the locker and left a handprint in all the dust.
It's true.
And it looks quite fresh too. I'd say someone was hiding here in the locker and they left behind a little something extra. So then, maybe the killer hidden here until the locked room was open, don't you think? And during all the confusion, they popped out and joined the rest of the group.
Wrong.
Unfortunately, that's not a possibility. Huh? Why not?
Hey.
Think back, before we opened the door, we looked inside the room, right? Oh yeah, and the locker was already open at that point.
Indeed.
So there's no way someone could have hidden in there until after we opened the door. Yeah, so then, what does this handprint mean? Locker handprint has been added, truth bullet section of your handbook. Anything else to examine? That was kind of everything. Do I have to talk to Kyoko again? Because I think all she's going to do is talk about the locked room things again. But for Sakura to have been killed, she's not the type who go down without a fight.
It's true.
And she certainly didn't, I would say. She was the ultimate martial... Oh my god, can't talk. She was the ultimate martial artist. Strong in body, mind, and spirit. So how was the killer able to get the upper hand on her? I wonder, did someone get the upper hand? They must have taken her by surprise, right?
Certainly.
Certainly. They would have needed to if they expected to stand any chance against her.
Listen.
Well, Makoto, have you finished with your general investigation? Yeah, I think so, for the most part.
So then...
You should probably go talk with people now. I'm on guard duty, so I can't leave.
Listen to me.
Which is why I've decided you'll go in my place. She's decided? She's got a lot more pushy since we had our issue. But she's right. I do have to go talk to the others. Sakura wanted to meet with 2 other people. I need to hear what they have to say. Alrighty. Let's go find them. Those other 2 probably went back to their rooms. Thank you for teleporting me there. Alrighty. Let us go. Okay, we got... Oh, Taka's room. Kyoko's room. Me. Ah, Mondo. Ah, Sayaka. Yeah, Byakuya. Yuck. Oh, Junko. Toko. Oh, wait, yeah, we have to talk to her. I pressed the doorbell. And after a few seconds... Wow, they reused this? Okay. Why am I taking another... Like, doing that? Like, I'm about to use this as another thumbnail. Huh? Who's there? Ah, most negative aura I've ever felt. An aura of total decay.
Well, what do you want?
Oh, she had already said that line before I didn't say it? Oh, crap. Alright, whatever.
So you're back to normal. Genocide Jack isn't around anymore.
Don't even say her name. It makes me sick to my stomach. I was in such a good mood, too.
She didn't look like she was in a good mood.
Hey, I was hoping to talk to you about something. Is now a bad time?
Obviously annoyed, Toko slithered out into the hall.
What do you want?
You said you wanted to talk to me about something. I wanted to talk about the fact that Sakura had asked to meet with you. Huh? I don't know what you're talking about. Byakuya already told me she had asked to meet with them. What? She wanted to meet with Master too? I just said two, didn't I? I guess now it's totally obvious, huh? Yeah, pretty much. So can you tell me about it? I admit I did get the note, but I didn't go see her. I was scared, so I couldn't bring myself to go. Toko claims she didn't go see her, but can I really believe her? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact. Is that good enough? Then I'm going back to my room. With that, Toko quickly retreated into her room. Toko's account is added to your handbook. Alrighty. Well, that's one down. Alright, then we got... Aw, Chihiro. Aw, Celeste. I'm sad now. Oh, yay! Hina's room. Aw, Sakura's room. Leon. There we go. Hero, and just for good times. Ugh. Hifumi's room. Alright, let's talk to Weedy McWeed Boy. Better not see no clouds of smoke coming out of this room. I press the doorbell. And after a few seconds...
You know?
Oh, he doesn't get a animation or a special, like, art thing where he's peeking out the door? Okay, fine, whatever. What's up, Makoto? Did you need something? Yeah, actually, I just wanted to check something. It's about how Sakura wanted to meet with you. How'd you know about that? Did you maybe gaze into my soul? Have your special abilities awakened in you? But I'm not the only one she wanted to meet with. Ogre told me herself that she asked Byakuya and Toko to come too. What? When did Sakura tell you that? Oh, well... When she asked me to meet with her, of course. But didn't she write you a note? Yeah, a note. She gave it to me in person, and she happened to mention the others, like, in passing. I gotta be honest, that's super suspicious. So then you went and met with Sakura?
You got it all wrong.
No way, I totally didn't. Why would I ever do that? Yeah, definitely suspicious.
Actually,
Last time I saw Ogre was when Hina got hurt and I took her to the nurse's office.
don't look at me.
I haven't seen her since then. Well, I'm here. Could you show me the note she gave you? Do I still have it? Let's see. Hiro is feeling around in his pockets.
Hey, come on.
Sorry, it looks like I don't have it anymore. With a big goofy smile on his face, he pulled his hands back out of his pockets. When he did, I saw something flutter to the ground. Something had fallen out of Hiro's pocket. Huh?
What?
Quick as the wind, Hiro snatched it back up again and shoved it back into his pocket.
Hey, come on.
Sorry, just a bit of trash I forgot to throw out. Trash?
What?
Anyway, I can't deny that Ogre asked to meet with me, but I never went. So, well, if you'll excuse me. Before waiting for a reply, Hiro quickly slipped back into his room. Hiro said that was just trash, but there's no way that's all there was to it. Pocket trash has been added to the truthful section of your handbook. Is it related to pocket sand? Sha-sha-sha? Okay, so I've heard from Toko and Hiro. What next? I definitely have to look at the actual crime scene again, but on top of that, Maybe I should find out more about the protein can we found on the floor of the rec room. I'm sure it must have come from the chem lab. So, where should I start? Let's go to the chem lab first. Does it even really matter which way you go, like L1 and R1? Does it just always cycle through? Whatever. Alright, so, yep, chem lab. That reminds me of my days in organic chemistry. I'm like one of the only students in America that actually likes organic chemistry as a subject. It's so good! I like Orgo better than regular chemistry, really. Well, I mean, with regular chemistry, you're kind of getting, like, samples of everything, you know, including a little bit of organic, but, still, whatever. Makoto, did you have your eye on the chem lab, too? Just make sure you don't get in my way. Yeah, I got it. I think what you meant to say was, yes, sir, I understand. Thank you for not saying that, Makoto. You might actually have some balls. Oh. Okay, well that looks suspicious. This isn't my first time seeing the shelf, but I just can't get over how big it is. Should probably take a closer look at it. I guess we had to get close to see the powder. It looks like 3 shelves have been connected together to make one giant shelf. More importantly, right now, what's that powder that's been spilled in front of the shelf? I have to be careful not to step in it. Okay, we got 3... Right, 3 things down below to check, 3 things up top to check. Okay. These are footprints? And they're only in front of the left shelf. How do these footprints relate to the scene as a whole? We may need to sketch out the floor plan. By we, do you mean me? How kind of you to offer. What an insufferable smirk. He handed me a piece of paper and a pen.
What?
Well, let's go. Chop chop. Okay. So I got to work, and before long I had drawn up a sketch of the room. And that's not a bad sketch. So how's this? Not bad. For you, I mean. Might as well, just in case I use this as a thumb. For me?
I see.
So, when you look at it like this, interesting. It would appear that whoever left these footprints only had business on the leftmost shelf. They came in, went straight to that shelf, did whatever they had to do, and then left. That's what the footprints tell me.
I see.
These footprints must be...
It's certainly...
Makoto, are they yours? No!
What?
Okay then, let me see your shoes and I'll confirm their size for myself. I couldn't think of a reason not to, so I quietly did what Byakuya said. I see, your feet do appear to be too big. Unfortunately, I must admit, these are not your footprints. Unfortunately. But with how clear these prints are, it should be quite easy to determine who they do belong to. Then these prints are a really valuable clue. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor. I better not leave a footprint. There's a broken bottle in front of the shelf. Is this where all the powder came from? It looks like the bottle had a label on it. Chem C4. Would you like to hear something interesting? I was on the 4th floor this morning checking things out. At that point, this room wasn't like this. Then, this powder must have been spilled.
In other words...
That's right. It can only have been around the time of the incident. If that really is when it happened, it must be related to the case somehow. Source of the powder has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. I should probably take a good hard look at that powder. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor in front of the shelf. There's also the remains of a broken bottle. It looks like the bottle was labeled Chem C4. So it looks like someone left some footprints in the powder. Based on the positioning of the prints, whoever it was only went to the left side of the shelf. According to Byakuya, the powder would had to have been spilled right around the time of the incident. That's all I can tell for now. Footprints in the powder has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. Okay, let's check the shelf proper then. Let's see, what's on this shelf? There are all kinds of dietary supplements and different medicines. The protein drink we found in the rec room probably came from this shelf. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter A and a number. So I guess I consider this part of the shelving unit Section A. Huh? But wait! There's one bottle here that's labeled Chem C9. Could someone have put it here on accident? So on this shelf looks like a bunch of chemicals that I have no idea what they are. They're reagents. Put simply, they're used in experiments to bring about a chemical reaction. How have you lived in such ignorance for long? Oh, so long, rather. It must truly be bliss. Isn't that kind of harsh?
What?
What? You think studying science and mathematics has no practical application in the real world?
That's fine.
The words of a lifelong loser, which I suppose suits you well. I didn't even say that. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Right now I need to focus on the shelf. All the containers in this shelf are labeled with the letter B and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit section B. I don't see anything out of the ordinary here. In which case, I don't think I have to worry too much about this shelf. On this shelf is one look and I can tell it's nothing but dangerous chemicals. These look like poisons and other powerful chemicals. All the containers in this shelf are labeled with the letter C and a number. So I guess I could consider this part of the shelving unit section C. I should try to find out more about this shelving unit. Looks like it's split into 3 sections. Section A is dietary supplements, Section B is reagents, and Section C has lethal chemicals. Sakura must have gotten the protein powder from Section A. But what concerns me is that in Section A there was a bottle with the label from Section C. What's a bottle of poison from Section C doing in Section A? There's definitely something going on there. Chem Lab shelf has been added. Truth bullet section of your handbook. I've already taken a good look at the Chem Lab. Maybe we should take another look at the rec room. Alright. Rec. Killer bees out in the plane. Okay. There's no time for Wu-Tang Clan. Although that could be argued that, you know, like, there's always a good time for Wu-Tang Clan. But no, a friend died. The death of a friend and you're investigating said death of a friend, probably not the best time for Wu-Tang. Just saying. It is on this floor, right? I've already forgotten. I think it is. Yeah, it is. And it's a nice touch. The window's broken. Okay. Plus, I think I already did that Rec Room Wu-Tang thing way back when. Ah, well.
Hey.
I mean, nothing wrong with repeating jokes. Family Guy does it all the time. Hi-oh! So, Makoto, how's your investigation going? I told Kyoko what Toko and Hiro had told me. I see. So along with Byakuya, they're both claiming they didn't go see her. But it's all too convenient. Someone must be lying. Someone's lying.
Anyway.
Well, I've made some progress of my own. Sakura's body, the shelf of magazines, and the Monokuma bottles. Those 3 things have revealed new clues. You do well to look them over one more time. Alright, well, let's go in order. Sakura's body, magazines, and Monokuma bottles. Alright. According to Kyoko, there's still something to be discovered from Sakura's body.
Just a second.
Just staring off into space isn't going to help you figure anything out. Well, yeah, I know, but...
Hey.
Don't you think you might need to actually examine the body? There's no getting around it. Unlike me, Kyoko didn't recoil at the thought of touching a dead body. She was completely unemotional. It's the kind of thing I've grown perversely used to. Although there are still some times. I can't believe how calm you are. No matter how many times I see a dead body, I can't get used to it.
It's true.
That's totally normal. Then, how can you?
So...
I imagine it's because I've had plenty of opportunities to touch dead bodies in the past. What? Sorry, never mind.
Hey.
More importantly, look here. Her shoes.
Correct.
You see that yellow powder on her instep? Yeah, it really stands out.
I see.
That powder is clue number 1. Yellow powder has been added. Truth bullet section of your handbook.
Hey.
Next is the wound to her head. Look carefully.
It's true.
Actually, even telling you that is incredibly difficult to spot, so let me just explain.
It would seem...
It would appear that she didn't suffer a single blow, but instead received 2 blows to the head. 2 blows?
Indeed.
Interesting, wouldn't you say? And there's one more interesting thing.
Correct.
Both of her hands were spotless. There's absolutely no trace of blood on either one.
It's true.
So that's what I learned from examining her body in detail. Kyoko's examination summary has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. I can't believe she was able to learn all that just by looking at her body. I don't think anyone but Kyoko could have pulled that off. Okay, well, magazine rack is up next. Kyoko said the magazine shelf was hiding a clue of some kind. Clue. Huh? This magazine is upside down. Did someone put it back that way on accident?
Hey.
If something catches your eye, it's important for you to explore that in detail, don't you think? Yeah, you're right. I picked up the inverted magazine and flipped through it. This is one of the pages near the center of the magazine. A word had been written in bold, bloody letters. And it said, Toko. Could this be a dying message?
Correct.
It would appear you found it. Kyoko, is this?
So...
It is indeed a dying message. Someone used their finger to write it. A dying message.
However...
But just to be clear, I'm not the one who put it back upside down. It was already like that when I found it a little while ago. I made sure to put it back exactly as I found it, for the benefit of others who might come looking. Hey, is that... That says Toko, right? Yeah, it looks like it. Then she's the killer, right? Well, it hasn't been confirmed yet. It's settled. She's the killer for sure. That's conclusive evidence, right? Okay, wow, Von Karma right here. We can use it to corner the killer. Oh wait, no. Von Karma was all about decisive evidence. She's all about conclusive evidence. My bad. I see why you would think that, but it just seems too easy. If anything, it makes me that much more suspicious. Magazine dying message has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Wait a minute, I gotta check something. Alright, back to this. It was just a minor thing I had to check. Apparently I am going to be running short on time, so I can't go ahead and do, like, the whole trial in this sitting, unfortunately. I think Kyoko said she found a new clue involving the Monokuma bottles. Something new.
Hey.
So, did you figure it out? There's a hidden correlation between all the bottles. Pay careful attention and you're sure to find it. I mean, this is like easy for me because chess. A correlation. Hey Kyoko, can you just tell me what it is?
So...
I don't mind guiding you toward clues, but giving you my conclusion isn't a good idea. Each person needs to come to their own conclusions so that everyone can have confidence in the outcome. And it's not just because you don't trust me, right? No answer? I do trust you, to a degree. Otherwise, I wouldn't have told you anything to begin with. Only to a degree. Monokuma Bottle has been updated in the Truth Bullet section of your handbook.
Hey.
My god, it's so freaking simple. Like... Okay, but not everybody is up on chess or whatnot, but, you know, there are different chess pieces. Pawn, knight, rook, bishop, queen, king. Wait, so that's 6. Right? We found a knight on the floor. So that should mean that there should be, like, you know, if that's going to be a full set of chess pieces, like one of each, there should be 5 more bottles on that shelf. Just saying. Actually, there's one other thing about the Monokuma bottles that's bothering me. I'd like to do an experiment to confirm it. You don't mind helping me, right? An experiment?
Anyway...
Can you gather up all the pieces to the broken Monokuma bottle? Try to get the smaller pieces, too. Huh? Are you sure it's okay to mess with the crime scene like that?
That doesn't matter.
I've already done a thorough investigation, so it's fine. And that's... and that obnoxious Byakuya is not here, so...
So then...
Anyway, I need to get something in the... Oh my god. I'm sorry, it's so hard for me to read today. Anyway, I need to get something from the chem lab. While I'm gone, try to gather up all the glass. With that, Kyoko left the room. Now, I really don't know what this is about, but... What choice do I have? I'd better just do it! Took the broom and dustpan and got to work, collecting all the broken bottle pieces. And just as I finished up... Sorry to keep you waiting.
So then...
Is everything ready? Then let's get to work. So, what kind of experiment are we doing?
In other words...
I got a scale from the chem lab. We're going to use it to compare weights. Compare the weights of what? The pieces of glass you collected and one of the Monokuma bottles that's still intact. Why do you want to do that? That's the point of the experiment. It'll make sense when we're done.
Listen.
First, let's compare the weight of 2 of the normal Monokuma bottles. It's balanced. I mean, technically that should be slightly off kilter because bishop and pawn Bishop is going to be slightly more heavy. I mean, they should be similar, but the Bishop should be a little more heavy, just saying.
In other words,
Which means each Monokuma bottle weighs about the same. Which makes sense. The Monokuma figures inside are basically the same, and nothing else could really affect the weight.
so then,
Now, here comes the important part. Put all the pieces you picked up on one side of the scale. Now, what might we expect to see? Well, a normal assumption would be either they'll balance out or the pieces I collected will be lighter. I did my best to get them all, but there's a chance I could have missed some here and there.
so then,
Also, you gotta be really careful touching broken glass, just saying. Okay then, let's give it a try. Huh? The broken pieces are heavier? How is that possible?
I knew it.
Just as I thought. What?
In other words,
The results of our experiment and the correlation between each of the bottles. Put it all together,
hey,
and I believe you'll arrive at one very persuasive conclusion. So, what do you think? It's all on you. Monokuma bottle experiment has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
Whoops! You caught me sleeping. Your investigation was just so boring I couldn't stay awake. Should I do it? Is it okay? Can I? Okay, then let's begin the class trial. You know where to meet, right? Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon.
It's already time, but the mystery of the locked room is still only half solved. At this point, whatever happens will have to happen at the class trial. No, not whatever happens, I have to make something happen. And there's the door. Monokuma made his announcement and everyone began to meet up one after another. And then... the ultimate martial artist! A locked room murder mystery! He's speaking in emoticon again. I don't know how to feel about this. What the... Oh, I just recently discovered the power of emoticons! Like, no matter how awful something is, if you toss it in a smiley face, it turns positive.
Yes, indeed.
For example, you're at a picnic and you find a dead body. XD. This is just plain creepy.
Well,
And how about the reverse? No matter how great something is, if you put a sad face, it makes it look super negative.
yes, indeed.
For example, do you have 100 friends? Well, I mean, it could. Yeah, I see where it's coming from. Because that could be somebody with no friends looking like, do you have 100 friends? I'm lonely. He's right, that does make it seem sad.
I can't wait.
Now then, please get on the elevator. God, I love Monokuma so freaking much. I'll see you all down there. What the hell was that? I don't get it.
Just the worst.
I don't get you guys. How can you act so casual after murdering someone?
Don't look at me!
I don't think I'm acting casual.
Don't be mean!
I mean, I didn't murder anyone. Yeah, I'm completely innocent. How dare you call me a murderer? Whatever. Either way, the truth will be revealed soon enough. Because there can be no doubt one of us is the culprit. The killer. The one that murdered Sakura. She was stronger than anyone I know. And yet, someone killed her. And that person is here? That person is one of us.
Don't look at me!
I said it before and I'll say it again. It wasn't me. Alright, Shaggy. I mean, I know you might think that I'm referring to Shaggy from Scooby-Doo, who also would partake in the marijuana plants, but no, I'm talking about Shaggy the singer. Popular for his song, It Wasn't Me. Alright, the culprit is one of us. Make no mistake about that. Because I didn't do it. How many times do I have to tell you? How can you just stand there and say you didn't do it without even breaking a sweat?
hey,
Standing around here isn't going to do any good. Let's get going. And let's get going indeed. Come on. It's time to put an end to this. I made my way toward the elevator. But with each step I took, I felt like I was moving further and further away from my goal. I could feel a chilling fear running through me, trying to make me rot from the inside out. No matter how many times I go through this, it never gets any easier. We climbed into our steel prison in total silence. We watched the doors close, and felt it begin its sinister descent. Man, it's looking empty. The elevator lowered, uttering its all too familiar clunking sounds. It fell lower and lower. And as suddenly as always, the ride was over. The doors opened once again. Just the 6 of you, huh? Really? That's so few. You must be so lonely. You say that like it's not your fault we're all that's left. I wonder, will the class trial end with one less classmate again? Or will your school life come to an end completely? Also, I really like what you've done to the place, Monokuma. Hieroglyphics on point. Just look at that. Look at that. That is so made. That freaking candelabra right there. Oh my god. Wait, is that a Hanukkah? Is Monokuma Jewish? Is he going to celebrate? Oh my god, I think that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. Oh no, that's only 7 candles. Because if it's going to be perfectly symmetrical, that's 7. Oh my god, Monokuma celebrates Kwanzaa. What's that have to do with Egypt, though? I am reading way too much into this. Now then, are you ready to begin? You know the drill. Find your assigned seats. And so the curtain opened for the 4th time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. Yes, we shall save. Over this one. Why not? Alright, so next time, well, I might as well go ahead and do the skills right now. Oh, I might not have enough for all of them. I did get quite a few new skills. Increases the focus gauge by 2. Oh, yeah, no, yeah, you're getting equipped. Some thought increases the time limit for each phase. I'll wait and see. I haven't really been running low on time. Neural liberation, yeah, we're keeping that in. Melodious voice, vocabulary. Increases bullet capacity. Effective, yes. Okay. Yeah, no lost in thought for me. What, can I take off one of these? I mean, I'd rather keep attentive influence, extraordinary focus. I mean, yeah, I'd rather keep both of these, really. Increases more slowly during concentration. That's good. Increases damage to the opponent, though. I mean, to be fair, that probably did save my butt a few times on those bullet time battles where I was getting, like, wrecked. But I think I should be fine. I would like to have lost in thought, but it's not worth it for taking off one of these other ones. For now, at least. So I'll just stick with this. But alright, so next time, the trial of who killed Sakura Ogami. Thank you for watching, have a great day, and see you next time for some more Let's Play Danganronpa. Trigger Happy Havoc. Goodbye.